What's up, guys? Welcome to another Team Solemn Circus Live Duel. On the left side here, we have Punk, and on the right side, we have uh, Mutants, a very fun deck. I want to feature this deck a little bit more. That's why you're seeing it a lot more on the channel. I think the deck is super neat. It's super fun. It's a really cool combo deck, I guess, combo control deck. I hope it gets more support, and it can do some pretty nasty stuff against a lot of the rogue decks. It has like a good um, strategy as well. It main shifter, so it's pretty nice. It definitely loses against Cashier though, so I can't really say it's good. It's also horrible going second, so don't think that like I'm saying that this deck is meta or anything. It's just a rogue contender. I'm seeing a lot of locals, and I want to be featuring it a little bit more. Before we dive in, over to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, we're gonna see a 8 being rolled by the player on the left, and I believe the player on the right rolled less than an 8, so they're gonna be able to start. The Punk player here is gonna start off with a Ogre Dance. I was able to search for a monster. I got Punk monster, not just any monster in your deck. That'd be utterly broken. It's gonna get hit with an shifter here. I feel like you just shifter during standby, right? You don't want to be losing to TTT anymore in the main phase. And then we're gonna be searching for the I think that was a Wagon actually. It's gonna activate its effects, searching for the field spell here. That card is crazy. Gonna play the field spell, activate it to banish the ogre, and it's gonna be able to summon out a Punk from the hand. Looks like they're going for the Shari Hushai here. Shari Hushai effect's gonna be paying 6 to not synchro summon, fusion summon, using the Deer Note in itself to go into the Carp. That will also trigger or proc the effect of Jammed Session to be able to draw one card. You're going to see the effect of the fusion to activate the effects. 702. Here we're going to see the Madam Spider as well as the second Deer Note. This deck is so neat. I love the deck. I might play Punk soon. I don't know. I have my ulti utility that I really want to use. And we're going to see the Madam Spider going to activate the effect, searching for the Gabu here. Going to take a second to read the card. Very good. Yu-Gi-Oh players need to read. We like when that happens. I think it's Gold Pride, not even Therion, because I did see the Ashura King there. We're going to be synchro summoning out into the Jam Drive here, paying another 6 to search for the Xiamen for follow-up. They do already have the Ghost Ogre in the hand. That will also allow the Jam Session to draw another card. I don't know, they don't pay 6 for this, I don't think. Then they're going to go into a Psychic End Punisher, turn 0. Interesting choice. Setting 2 cards and passing, maybe hoping that the opponent can't really out it. As well as I have a Gabu and the Imperm on the field, I guess, not in the hand. And Psychic End Punisher is a pretty crazy card, if I have to say so myself. That card's pretty nuts. We're going to see an E-Telly being activated here, summoning out a Mutant. Going for the 05 here. Going to search for the monster, the Mutant. Is that another E-Telly in hand? Another E-Telly is going to be activated here. Most likely waiting for the ST46. Then activate the Gabu here to negate it. Trying to stop those spells, because those spells are not the best part of the deck, but a pretty good part of the deck. Cry, Fusion, and Expansion are pretty good. I believe Alex also plays Mutant, so he kind of knows a little bit what's going on with the monsters as well. And I think if you stop the Mutant, like if you impermanent, you're probably in a good position. I guess the only card there that like can activate is the 05. But like a Beast, a Mist, or an Arsenal doesn't really do too much against a Psychic End Punisher. So I feel like the Punk player is in a good state here. especially with the Xiamen in hand and not being under Shifter the next turn. We're going to see the Mutant be activated here, summoning itself out, taking a second to read it. Going to chain the Imperm on that. A gold Imperm as well. What are you doing? Just kidding. I know Alex loves gold. I actually don't even know what they do here. I mean, they're going to normal summon out another copy of 05. Then link for those to Boros Sword. I don't think Boros Sword outs it, does it? Boros Sword attack, and then that's going to... It does out it, okay. No, Boros Sword's the one that attacks twice, right? They're taking a second to read Boros Sword. They're going to be the ones who decide, I guess. No, I'm no judge. They take a second to ask here the opponent, because, it is unaffected by card effects, but it just takes the attack, right? So it doesn't really matter. So here we're going to see the second Punisher be destroyed by the Boros Sword, and that's going to make some damage. It cannot attack again because there's no monster to turn into defense position. But we're going to see them set one and pass because it is not enough for game. They're normal summon as Yaman, pay 600, hit it with the Imperm, activate the effect of the Jam Drive, and this is what's going to make or break the day. Looks like they drew a... No, I don't actually know. That was already in their hand. They're going to activate the Gold Pride card. It's going to summon itself out. They're going to be able to synchro summon away for a... is that Baron de Fleur? It is a Baron de Fleur. Going to pop the sword and then attack with it. That's not a Baron de Fleur. That's a Jam Drive. Or Amazing Dragon, my bad. That's an Amazing Dragon. So it bounces back the Boros Sword. We're going to see another 46 being normal summon, chaining an Imperm to that. They're going to set one and pass. You see Jam Drive effects going to activate to summon out the Xiamen. Xiamen's going to activate its effect, searching for a monster here, searching for the Foxy Tune. And then we are going to see the effect of Jam Drive going to activate Strong One card. The recursion this deck is having right now, being able to just draw and draw and draw. Like, that card's so free. We do see a Nib being summoned there. Activate the Foxy effect, discarding the Nib. That they're definitely not going to be needing that card. Summon out another Xiamen. Maybe that's the only target left in the deck. They did go through 2 Deer Notes, a Foxy, and the Venom Spider, and the... Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Enter battle phase is going to be attacking with those two. I believe that's going to be enough for a game here. We're going to see going into game 2, the Mutant player is going to be able to choose who's going to go first or second. We did see that Shifter do a lot. That was pretty crazy there. Shifter does go hard. Decks that can't really play through Shifter. I mean, Brandon can't play through Shifter. Cashier can definitely play through Shifter. They don't really care. They play Shifter. Trap Tricks isn't that bad going into Shifter, but it definitely hurts like the Trap Recursion as well as like Holotea and stuff like that. You have to be careful when you're playing Trap Tricks versus the Menton Shifter. Other decks of the format, P.U.N.K doesn't really do well versus it. Earth Machines is horrible versus Shifter. Sword Soul, there was a build with Menton Shifter plus Sword Soul was playing at one point. I remember that. That was pretty crazy. No Tenyis, all weird stuff. Math Mech does not do well in the Sword Soul. Dragon Link doesn't do too well as well. So I guess Dimension Shifter is still a crazy card. And then Sprite doesn't care about Shifter at all anymore because Elf is gone, so the graveyard is not important. Just kind of crazy because that was the whole point of the deck, like bringing back your stuff. To be so much more resourceful with that deck now. It's honestly kind of just like, I don't want to say mid, but kind of like mid. And then Runic. Runic dies to um the Dimension Shifter, as well as so does Labyrinth. So Dimension Shifter definitely still a good card. I think Konami definitely forgot to ban it, but we'll probably see him be banning it like 2 lists later. But diving into game 2 here, we're going to be seeing the Mutant player going to choose who to go first or second. They're choosing to go first, I see. And looks like they have a handful of monsters. I know there is a Beast, and then I believe it's a 05, and then a Mutant. We're going to see an Extravagance off the top here. Most likely going to be banishing 6, that'd be drawing 2. You don't really care about your extra deck at all. You just need 1 of each of the fusions left. I guess ideally probably 2 of each of the fusions. Maybe 1 big guy, 2 little guys. Here we're going to see 6, and it's going to be hit with an Ash Blossom. I love how players just throw their ashes like, yeah, don't care. No draw 2 for you. They're going to normal summon out that 05 and activate the effect here, searching for a monster. Hit with a Gamma, that's huge. Yes, we hit that driver. Gamma. Gamma's running around our locals a lot lately. I know some of the Mathnic players are maining it. They're going to just pass on that. So we're going to see them getting banished during the end phase here. Did they just pass their turn as well? They did. What the heck? We're going to see Mutant being normal summoned here. P.U.N.K just passes doing nothing? Is that even possible? What do you even have in your hand? Like a whole bunch of hand traps? Then we're going to see Mutant be activated here. Get with another Ash Blossom. They're going to set 1 card and pass. Draw for turn here. 1 Xiaomen's like full combo in this deck, is it not? Like Foxy or Xiamen, or even passing once again. What is going on here? We're going to see another. Oh my gosh. We're going to see another Mutant being normal summoned. Going to get whacked with a Veiler, or an Imperm, my bad. And they're going to pass on that as well. There's like 9 starter cards in your deck, as well as E-Telly. That's 12 starter cards. We're going to see a Carry being special summoned out here. Or a normal summoned, I believe, because Mutant has a 0 attack, if I do recall correctly. Then Carry's going to go into battle phase and whack into the Mutant. And they're going to simply just pass on that as well, or draw for turn and then pass. And then going back to the P.U.N.K player, they're going to normal summon. Is that a Leon? No, that's another Carry, isn't it? That could be a Xiamen there. I'm not too sure, to be honest. It's a level 3, though. That's all I know. They're going to go into a number 49 Foxy Tune. And then they're going to get called XYZ, so they can't rank up into the Zeus. Showing, is that 3 beasts in hand? No way. Enter battle phase again, whacking with the Fortune Tune. Then they're going to be able to overlay for a Downward and then a Zeus in defense position and passing. Kind of rough here. This game 2 is definitely scuffed. We're going to see a set 1 and end phase. We're going to be seeing the Zeus effect activate, destroying that Cry and then drawing for turn. And that's going to be another Leon in hand. There's like 2 or 3 Leons. Normal summoning it to special summon back out the Carry here. I think they're just going to go for maximum damage. Like, you have a Zeus on field. You don't care. They're going to go battle phase, attack with Leon, attack with Zeus, and attack with Carry. And they're just going to pass on this. Drawing for turn once again. And you're playing like, there's not really any point to go into Nitro Gun. Is it playable? It's a playable card. They're a normal summon ST46. But you just probably just Zeus that, right? Activate, search for the spell and trap. They're going to search for the lab here. So you have to think. if you Zeus now, yeah, you definitely just Zeus on. I feel like you just activate the ST46 and then you activate the lab. So you're kind of forcing them to have an out, and we see them show all the punk cards, or all the not punk cards, all the gold pride cards they did. So we're gonna see that punk or not, yeah, Punk Gold Pride ended up taking that win against Mutants. You know, both players were not doing great game two. But Ships are still a crazy card. As we saw, it definitely did a lot of work versus the Punk player. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.